Thank you for joining me. Right below this video, you can click like, share, subscribe if you want to make a financial contribution or become a monthly financial contributor to this YouTube channel. Down in the comment section, you can click on my Patreon page. You can also reach out to me through my email address. Thank you, all of you who are supporting me. So the other day, Carla and I were in Home Depot. I was using my cane, but even with my cane, suddenly my legs stopped working and they wouldn't hold me up anymore. This happens sometimes. I have a lot of garbage in my lower back and I'm supposed to have spinal fusion surgery. So here I am in Home Depot. Carla's on one hand holding me up. My cane is on the other side of me holding me up, and it's still not enough. My legs aren't going to hold me up. I'm going down. Conveniently, there was one of those low flat carts right there, and I just sank down on one of these carts. These are the carts that the serious Home Depot shoppers have, the ones with the big ideas. I've never used a cart like that. I've never had a big idea in a Home Depot or a Lowe's, but it was right there when I needed it, and so I sat down. I didn't know what was going to happen next. I just knew my legs weren't holding me up. Carla didn't have any plans either. All of a sudden, there was a guy in front of us, and he looked down at me, and he looked at my cane, and he said, "I'm going to go get you a motorized cart." And off he went. Then the people who were shopping with that rolling cart I was sitting on, they showed up, and they needed their cart. And I'm not sure how I got up, but I got up, and somehow I stood there, and here the guy came. He wasn't kidding. He came riding up on one of those Home Depot motorized carts. And I said, "Thank you, you rescued me." And he said, "Oh, think nothing of it. I broke my leg a while back and I used these all the time." And off he went. So we got me situated in this wonderful Home Depot motorized cart, and it was dead. It was out of energy. And so now I'm stuck in a motorized cart that won't motor in Home Depot. What's going to happen next? I don't know. Carla doesn't know. We're just sitting there in the middle of Home Depot, and all of a sudden, a staff person in one of the same motorized carts pulls up alongside me. And she says, "Do you need this?" And I said, "But what are you going to use?" And she said, "Oh, I was just putting it back where it belongs." And she got up, and I scooted over to that motorized cart. It still had energy. And so I was able to drive it to the front of the store, and we made it home. There's this verse in the New Testament. It's in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 9. And it says very simply, "Show hospitality to one another, and especially to strangers, without grumbling or complaining." The word hospitality in the Greek language of the New Testament literally means stranger love. Show love to strangers. Have you noticed that these days hospitality seems to be missing in action? I think it's a combination of the pandemic and what social media does to us, and what a lot of our public figures are doing. Hospitality is largely missing in action, except when it's not. So in that Home Depot, I happened across people who may or may not have ever read this verse, but they did this verse. They showed stranger love to me, and I was so grateful to both of them. So here are my thoughts. If you're in a situation where you are on the receiving end of stranger love, somebody's hospitality, make a big deal out of it. And if you have the opportunity to be hospitable to somebody, to show stranger love to somebody who needs it, follow the lead of those two people from Home Depot. Don't make a big deal out of it. Amen. Grace and peace.